Hey everybody, I'm Steve Petrella from Action Network. Today, I'm going to walk you through how to sign up for and use the Bet365 app. I'll cover the promos that they have available right now at the time of this recording, but for the latest welcome offer, sign up bonus, all that kind of stuff, check out the description for this video. All right, so once you download the app, to join, you're going to click promos in the top left. You're going to claim the offer, which right now at the time of this recording, in most states is your choice between basically 150 bonus bets, which is kind of like a credit. You have to bet it, you can't withdraw it, and you keep only the profits from those bets, not the stake of the bet, or $1,000, what they call first bet safety net. Some other books call it a no sweat bet or first bet insurance. But basically, if your first bet loses, you're going to get bonus bets back equal to what you lost with a max of 1,000. If you're going to do the full 1,000, I recommend that one. If you're going to do basically anything less than like 500 or 600, I would just take the 150. And in North Carolina and sort of new launching states, you'll often get an elevated offer that's going to be, more bonus bets up front. So you're just going to click promo there. Go here, click join now, and then you're going to fill out all your personal information, check all these boxes, and hit join Bet365. If you already have an account, you can't create a new one. They tie, all sportsbooks tie your identity to your sportsbook account, mostly to verify your age, and so making sure you're not betting underage. But it requires you to enter this, last four digits of your social, your birthday, all that kind of stuff. To give yourself the best chance at getting verified immediately, make sure anything you enter here matches what's on your driver's license or your government ID, because really all they're doing is using the information you give and checking it with what the government knows about you and making sure those two things match up, so you are who you say you are. All right, so to log in, obviously scroll to the top here, hit login, have Face ID turned on, it'll pop up automatically. It's going to tell you your balance, it's going to prompt you to deposit. You just click out of it or hit continue. But in this case, I do want to show you how to deposit. So there's a couple ways. You can just obviously hit the deposit button, or you can go to your profile. There you can see your bonus bets we have available. You can change your alerts, preferences, all that sort of stuff. In this case, I'm just going to click deposit in the top right. I already have a bank account saved. Just say I want to add $100. You can use debit card, you can use bank account, you can use credit card. I find debit card is probably the most reliable. Credit card can be a little finicky, and bank account, depending on the sportsbook, can be a little finicky as well, though it works pretty well at Bet365. So I'm just gonna 100. Hit deposit successful, and you can see my balance increased by 100, and I have no bonus bets available. All right, now that we're all signed up and verified, we can start playing around with the Bet365 app a little bit. This is one of my favorite products in the US. It's by many estimates the biggest, registered legal sportsbook in the world. It's founded in the UK and has kind of slowly made its way into the US, launching first in New Jersey in, I believe, 2019, but then it took a couple of years to get live in its second state, Colorado. And in the last 18 months or so has added 7 more states, with North Carolina the 10th in March of 2024. And I expect 365 to be in a number of other states in the coming years in the US. So, like a lot of other sports books, and if you've watched any of these other sort of walkthrough videos, there's not a lot to see on the home screen. It's kind of just some suggestions and random like upcoming games and live markets and things like that. Typically not how I'm gonna find the markets I want to bet. I'm typically going to use this top menu here to scroll to the sport that I want to bet and the market that I want to bet. So I'll pop over to the NHL. Again, layout is nice, pretty clean. Can find pretty much anything I would need right here. Can click into a game. Can even stream games in certain sports. Soccer has tons of streaming options. There's NHL games that have streaming options. Basketball, really nice selection. Not something you're your sportsbook must-have, but if you're betting this game or you want to bet this game and you see that it's streaming live, you might be a little more interested. Bet365, because it has so much of its own technology in-house, really offers tons and tons of live markets for lots of different sports, and also has a really nice selection of markets for international sports, just given its roots are not in the US. So if you look at a sport like Formula One or the Saudi Grand Prix, you can see there's just a massive number of markets related to qualifying and finishing positions and manufacturers and things like that. Dozens and dozens of markets where some of the smaller US sportsbooks may only have a handful for a sport like Formula One. Bet365 has one of my favorite same game parlay products on the market. And one of the reasons is it's what they call, or I don't know that they call it this, what we call dynamic pricing. So basically what that means is whenever you select a bet for your same game parlay, it's going to tell you what the price will be if you add the next bet. So I'll show you what I mean. So I want to take Nikola Jokic minus 160 to score 25 points or more. Now, as you can see here, all those prices changed. Do it again. All the prices changed. So I see, okay, I now know if I want to add Jamal Murray 20 points, it'll be plus 140. Plus 145. Add that. And then I want to take the total under 222.5. I know that that's going to be plus 500. And then I know I want to take Nuggets minus 1.5 would be 8-1. Nuggets minus 4.5 would be 10-1. So it really helps you sort of visualize like where your same game parlay is going. If you're trying to achieve a certain price with bets you like, it's a really nice feature, sort of as you're building these things on the fly. The one downside is once you add it to the bet slip, it's not as easy to edit as it is in some other sports books. You have to swipe left to delete it, which again at a sportsbook like FanDuel is a little more editable on the fly. But overall, tons of options for same game parlays and a really nice building experience. One other thing you'll find when you bet at Bet365 frequently is because they do a lot of their own tech and odds making in-house, they don't follow the market quite as quickly. What I mean by that is, if you have an NBA prop that you see someone on a popular Twitter account post and you want to follow it and bet it, a lot of times if you go to DraftKings or FanDuel, the price that the person tweeted out is gone because so many people have already bet it and have already sort of tailed them. 365 not quite as reactive or doesn't care to react quite as quick, and so you can often get a similar price to what what that person posted if you go to 365. They also have tons of options on par or greater than DraftKings and FanDuel, I think, for NFL, NBA, college football, college basketball props, kind of a lot of the really main markets in the US. Another one of my favorite features of 365 is in the My Bets tab. So your sort of bet slip. They do a really nice job of tracking your action. So you can see here, I just placed this same game parlay for an example. I know nothing about these teams, but you can see here, it's basically without me having to go to a Scores app or to go back to the live markets to see what the score is. I can see the progress of my bet right in here. So you can see, okay, I know the game's at 64 points and the Suns lead by 14, which again, I could deduce both those things from the score here, but it's nice to sort of have like a productized progress bar for how close I am to the total. Obviously that total trending a little bit over 225 at the end of the first quarter. Same thing for most player props. It's not all player props, but anything that's kind of a pretty normal market. See RJ Barrett under 20.5 points. That little progress bar here. There's 3 points. The live in game tab is pretty nice as well. Again, it's going to be pretty similar to sort of the sport or the league homepages, but you can flip between games. You can go into the games, and if you're somebody who likes live betting, a variety of sports gives you a good amount of options. And again, just given their roots across the world, you're going to get some pretty extensive same game parlay options, prop options for all kinds of soccer leagues, typically more than the American books like DraftKings and FanDuel will offer. Be sure to check out all of our other sportsbook tutorials and how to best take advantage of the promotions they're offering in the videos and articles in the description of this video.